It's recording. Alright, so we got us some dry ice we're going to be using, and we're using this method because I tried it with the heat gun, didn't seem to work, so it's a lot of money with the dry ice here, but hopefully it works. It should. Just going to open it. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the back first, this piece here, and we're going to hit the dry ice over there and just see how it reacts. So I'm using a leather glove on top of these gloves, just so that I don't get frostbite or whatever. We're going to hit it. I'm just going to pull everything off so that we can try and chip away at it. Let's see, please work. Looks like it's working. Yay! Welcome to the How to Build Your Own Basic Race Car Build series, where I show you step by step how to build and race your own basic race car. This is based on basic principles that you can apply on most cars, which will give you a cheap but still safe option to go racing. Join me on this crazy adventure. Okay, so we're just trying to continue here with the dry ice. You got time crunches. So it's working for sure. It's actually easier to hit it with a ball peen hammer, with a ball end of the hammer. Yeah.
Like a chisel.
Yeah. So it's definitely working. So these are the chunks that's coming off. Yay! It's a bit savage. Yeah. So do this before you get the cage in. Much easier. Alright, so we've managed to get this one done quite effectively. I'm really chuffed that worked out. And these are all the bits that came out, so a lot of bits. How much weight is in here? It's not as much as the BMW was, and we're going to move on now to the driver's side. But we're committed now, so we will just see, I don't know how much we're going to be able to pull out in terms of weight. We keep pushing. If you want to see some more of this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Just click on the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you're good to go. Wow.
Caveman mode.
Okay, so we have managed to get quite a bit done. We've done the back section under the driver's seat. We've done the footwell on the driver's seat. What we're doing now is up in these corners, just to get the sound dampening that's here under the pedal and that. It's quite hot today, so I see it's a good job we got the right amount of dry ice, because it seems to be going quite quick, but the job's going well. I definitely recommend doing this before the cage is in, because it's just much easier, but it's going well. We're going to just try and work through it. Wow, look at the head of the hammer.
Nice.
It's frozen. Alright, so we have come quite a far way. We've managed to do quite a lot, and we've got the dry ice on the back, getting ready to do that section. We've kind of done the front, done the middle, done the middle section over there, and so all that's left is that little bit, passenger side. But first, we got us a good old South African braai going. Luckily there's no racing today. Just gonna stop, have lunch, and then we'll carry on. So after all of the extremely violent but yet necessary aggressive work on the car, I then proceeded to do a full mechanical check on all of the running gear. I started with the rear suspension, the brakes and the rear wheel bearing, checking everything. I then moved to the front and took off the brake disc. I inspected the parts for wear. This includes the wheel bearing and tie rod end. I then inspected the control arm bushes and anti-roll bar bush. Here you can see the CV boot needs to be replaced and the clutch release bearing needs to be changed. I also inspected the front control arm bush as well as the ball joint connecting to the upright or the knuckle, whatever you want to call it. I just did a visual inspection on the shocks because I knew I was taking those out anyway to replace some bits. One of the jobs on my list is to do a full inspection on the engine so we can replace all of the service and worn out items while the engine is out of the car. This includes all the belts, water pump, whatever. Make sure you inspect all mechanicals so that you can make a complete list you need to replace to avoid up and down trips to the spare shop, because there's nothing worse than going there and then forgetting something you missed, only having to drive back, find it, go back. You know the story. Anyway, that's going to be a wrap for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.